welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacklyn and I'm very glad to have you here with me. In today's video, as you would have seen from the title, we are going to be picking my December TBR. As per usual, we are going to be using the TBR jar to pick our prompt and then using the prompt to pick a book from my TBR cart here. I think I have around about 31 books on the TBR cart. I could be wrong. I think it's around about the 30 mark. And I also have my Kindle here if we end up picking any Kindle reads. But yeah, that's pretty much the drill. I'm going to do the same format as what I have done in previous videos, and we're going to be picking 5 books for the TBR using the TBR jar. So without further ado, we will get straight into it. I do want to start off by mentioning some books that I have already on my TBR. I am going to be reading our book club's pick, my in-person book club. We have not picked a book yet for December, but I'm hoping it'll be a festive, fun read for the end of the year. I will be reading that, whatever the person who is choosing this month ends up choosing. And then I have also added Good Spirits to my TBR. This is just me personally. I would really like to read this in the month of December. I think the cover of this is spectacular. It is really, really stunning. It's got sprayed edges, little candy canes. I am just obsessed with the cover of this. I just really wanted to read something festive for the month of December, get in the Christmas spirit. I love Christmas. It's literally my favorite time of year, and reading a Christmas book just adds that extra element. It's like snuggling down and watching a Christmas movie on the couch. So this is going on the TBR for December as well. Alrighty, let's get started. I did update my TBR jar. I just added a whole bunch of new prompts to this literally like 20 minutes ago. Hopefully we get some of those, and I did make the jar a little bit bigger so that I can easily pick out a prompt. Starting off with prompt number 1. I hope that that's up the right way. Science fiction. Ooh. I think I know what I'm gonna pick. I don't think I have any science fiction books on the TBR cart, but I do have one in mind. No, I don't think any of those are science fiction, but trusty Kindle, I just downloaded onto my Kindle Red Rising. I did. There's just an airplane going over. Red Rising. I did end up downloading this onto my Kindle the other day. I was going through my Kindle and seeing what was available on Kindle Unlimited. I had recently had a friend of mine recommend Red Rising to me after I had just finished Project Hail Mary. She said Red Rising was really, really good and kind of like the Hunger Games, which if you have seen any of my previous videos, you will know that I am obsessed with the Hunger Games, literally obsessed with the Hunger Games. I'm so excited to read this. I just want that similar vibe of the Hunger Games, and I've heard amazing, amazing things about Red Rising, so I'm excited to read it and add it to the TBR. Okay, moving on. Prompt number 2. We're off to a great start, thank God. I have a habit of these videos ending up a little chaotic, so hopefully today goes smoothly. I'd appreciate a smooth run. Hopefully that focused. Enemies to lovers. Ooh. What could I do? The opportunities with this are endless. What could I do with this? I'm just going to pull out a few books that I'm slightly interested in and see if they are enemies to lovers. Okay, so what I've picked out so far is Arcana Academy. Arcana? I think it's Arcana Academy. I'm just gonna go with that. This Woven Kingdom and Sword Catcher. So I'm just gonna go on my phone and figure out if they're enemies to lovers. Apparently this is enemies to lovers. I'm just Googling. Sometimes I'll go on Goodreads and like look at the tags all the way down the bottom, but they don't always have everything that is included in the book. Apparently this is also enemies to lovers, but it's saying it's more a forbidden romance. And I think it's a bit of a love triangle as well, which I don't really like love triangles, but in Shatter Me, which is also by Taria Murphy, I didn't mind it. I don't know if I'll include that one in this prompt. And apparently this is also enemies to lovers. Wow, it's kind of every single fantasy book known to mankind is enemies to lovers these days. I'm going to put this one back. I just don't trust that it's fully enemies to lovers. So we are choosing between Swordcatcher and Arcana Academy. Both of them are book one in a series. I have heard amazing things about Cassandra Clare, and she wrote the entire Shadow and Bone, the entire Mortal Instruments world. I believe there's a few series within that world. I have no idea the order that you're supposed to read them in. This is an adult. Her other ones are YA, and this is an adult fantasy. So I'm very intrigued with this. I've heard really, really good things, and it has been on my TBR for quite some time. I would like to read it. The format and layout of it is a little bit intimidating because the margins of it are so small. I don't know if you can see that. There's just like so much writing on each page and the margins are so thin. I don't know which one I want to read more. Let's read the back of the book. So this is for Arcana Academy. It says, "Love me, hate me, but only look at me like my existence sets you on fire. Clara Greysword has survived the underworld of Eclipse City through thievery, luck, and a whole lot of illegal magic. After a job goes awry, Clara is sentenced to a lifetime in prison for inking tarot cards, a rare power reserved for practitioners at the elite Arcana Academy. Just when it seems her luck has run dry, the Academy's enigmatic headmaster, Prince Kalis, offers her an escape for a price. Kalis believes that Clara is the perfect tool to help him steal a tarot card from the king and use it to recreate an all-powerful card long lost to time. In order to conceal her identity and keep her close, Kalis brings Clara to Arcana Academy, introducing her as the newest first-year student and his bride-to-be. Thrust into a world of arcane magic and royal intrigue, where one misstep will send her back to prison, or worse, Clara finds that the prince she swore to hate may not be what he seems. But can she risk giving him power over the world and her heart, or will she take it for herself?" Interesting. That sounds really interesting, actually. I like the element of tarot cards in the magic system, and I like an academy setting. Swordcatcher, it says, 2 outcasts could change their world. In a vibrant city-state of Castellane, Kel is an orphan stolen from his old, impoverished life to become Prince Connor Aurelian's body double. Oh, that's interesting. As his sword catcher, he and Connor will become as close as brothers, yet Kel lives for one purpose, to die for Connor. Lincaster is an Ashcar physician, part of a community ostracized for its rare magical abilities. After a failed assassination attempt pulls her and Kel together, they are drawn into the web of the mysterious ragpicker king, who rules Castellane's criminal underworld. But as long-kept secrets are uncovered for forbidden attraction... Sorry, can't read. But as long-kept secrets are uncovered and forbidden attractions blossom, will their discoveries plunge their land into war and nations into chaos. Ooh, that sounds really good as well. I think I'm going to go with Swordcatcher. I would like to get this off my TBR, and I would like to know what the hype is about Cassandra Clare. I'm very intrigued, so Swordcatcher is going on the December TBR. That's exciting. I'm happy about that one. We're getting some good prompts today. Yay! The universe is on my side. Right, prompt number 3. Please be a good one. Please be a good one. A library book. Oh my god, that actually reminds me. I completely forgot about this. I have another book on my TBR. In my previous TBR video, I was prompted to pick a library book and I ended up ordering Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, and it said it was not available in the month of November and it's available on the 2nd of December. So I actually ordered that and it is on my TBR already. Add that on, pretend I said that at the start of the video, and let's pick another prompt for prompt number 3. What a good reminder, thank God. I hope that's up the right way. An author you've never read. Well, we could have done Swordcatcher for that one, couldn't we? An author I've never read. We have a lot. I could do One Day, Remarkably Bright Creatures, The Final Empire, Where the Dark Stands Still, The Priory of the Orange Tree, Arcana Academy, Fairy Tale, The Wind Weaver, The Will of the Many, The Book Thief, The Last Letter. No, that doesn't count. I have read Rebecca Yarros before, my god. Before You Knew My Name, Iron and Embers, The North Wind, A Feather So Black, and Long Live Evil. And these Violent Delights down here. I think I'm interested in one of these too. Oh, actually, Rebecca Yarros does not count, does she? The Book Thief. I would really like to read this. I've heard incredible things. I have watched the movie and I love the movie. I think it's fantastic. But is this the right time to be reading a highly emotional, sad historical fiction? Okay, I'm convinced to read it. I just read the author's note at the very start of the book and it was so sweet. That's definitely convinced me to read it, and the author, Mark Zuzak, is actually Australian. This needs to be read by me. It just needs to be read by me. That's going on the TBR. Right, prompt number 4. Can you see that? Keeps rolling away from me. Hopefully this is up the right way. It's not up the right way. What's it say? A book with magic in it. Simple, straight to the point. Lots of my books have magic in them. What do we feel like reading? We've got some chunky books on the list, so I feel like something a little bit shorter. You're not really gonna get fantasy books that are short. What do I feel like reading? I think I might go with A Curse Carved in Bone. This is Saga of the Unfated book number 2. I have read the first one. I did really enjoy the first one. I think I rated it like 3.5 or 4 stars maybe. It follows a woman named Freya and it has to do with Norse mythology, which is Vikings, and in the first book they go on a bit of a quest and they're trying to solve a bunch of problems as well as fight in this war that is ongoing in their land. And I'm intrigued to see what I think about the second one. I have heard not so many good things about the second one, but I'd like to judge that for myself. So I think I'm going to put this one on the TBR and hopefully I can get to it in the month of December. A Curse Carved in Bone. Alrighty, we have one more prompt to go. One more. Last prompt and then we are done. So this is prompt number 5. Please be a good one. Hopefully this is up the right way. A number in the title. Number in the title. Okay, do I have any with numbers in the title? No, none on this side. We have One Day. I think that's it. One Day. I do not feel like reading this whatsoever. But it's the only book I have that has a number in the title, and we're going to stay with the prompt. We're going to stick with it. So hopefully my mood changes and I feel like reading this sometime in the month of December because it is going on the TBR. I have heard really, really good things about this book. I don't really know what it's about. All I know is that it's the female main character and the male main character continuously get separated. I think their lives just flow in different directions, but they keep coming back to each other. Is that right? 1988, Emma and Dexter meet for the first time on the night of their graduation. Tomorrow they must go their separate ways. So where will they be on this one day next year, and the year after that, and every year that follows? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's just a story that follows the same day every single year, and it's following their journey and seeing where they are each year. And I'm assuming that they end up together somehow. Yes? Okay, that's going on the TBR. Let me have a drinks break. Okay, so to reiterate the TBR and what we have going on for the month of December. We have Anxious People, which is my library book that is coming on the 2nd of December. And then we have Book Club's pick for the month of December, which has not been decided yet, but will be decided in the next couple of days. As well as Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. I'm really excited to read this. This is definitely getting read in the month of December. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is getting read. Then I picked Red Rising by Pierce Brown on Kindle Unlimited. Yay, we love Kindle Unlimited. That's fantastic. I'm very excited for this as well because I've heard so many great things and my friend recommended it to me the other day, so I am super keen to read this. I'm trusting her judgment and taking her word for it, and I'm excited to jump into that book. Then we have Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. The Book Thief by Mark Zuzak. Very excited for that one as well. A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle? I beg my pardon. Danielle? Much better. By Danielle L. Jensen. And last but not least, we have One Day by David Nicholls. That is our last book. So all up we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books on the December TBR, which will pretty much take up my entire month because I don't seem to be able to read more than 9 books in a month at this stage of my life. Fingers crossed we get to majority of these books. Did I talk about my last month's reads? I don't think I did. For the sake of the video, I will talk about my November TBR and tell you guys that out of the 6 books I believe I had on my November TBR, 6 books that I had my TBR for November, they were Intermezzo by Sally Rooney, Fairytale by Veronica Lancet, Masters of Death by Olivia Blake, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab, Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen, and The Women by Kristen Hanna. Out of those 6 books, I managed to read 4 of them. I read Masters of Death, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, Pride and Prejudice, and The Women, which was Book Club's pick for the month. 4 out of 6, I think that's pretty good. I don't know how we'll go with 8, but we shall see in the new year. How crazy is that? In the new year? That is wild concept. That is my TBR for the month of December. I hope you guys are picking your own TBRs for December, and hopefully you have a couple of Christmassy reads on your TBR as well. I love a Christmas read in the month of December. It just makes the festive season all that more festive and cozy and magical. It's just a magical time of year. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of me and discuss the books that I am reading within my videos. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!